Welcome to Vedic Astro Mind Therapy.
Hi, welcome to Vedic Astro Mind Therapy. So here we meet again on my third video. Today I am going to discuss about how the zodiacs 12 houses are there, what are their character and their behavior. I'm not going to predict like many astrologers used to say, if you are Aries ascendant person, or as if for example Aries ascendant person, you will be very tall and you will be bold, aggressive, and you take every task aggressively, and you have large forehead, your hairs may go very soon. I'm not going to discuss about appearance or how effective it is zodiac for humans. I'm going to discuss the character of zodiac first, and that character definitely has your inner character. That definitely is your inner character, not an outer look or anything. So that is what I'm going to discuss today. If you see my first video, I have just told you about motivation of astrology and how this can be used for a mind therapy. Second video I had showed you that how this chart has been created from universe point of view. Maybe you have seen that we have a 12 houses. From that 12 house always started from Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer, and Leo, and Virgo, and Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So these 12 are equally divided into 12 parts from 360 degrees. So each is in 30 degrees. So again 30 degree has been divided into a number of parts, and many things are involved in that zodiac. I am not going to discuss on that. Today I am going to just discuss what is this Aries, what is this Taurus, what is this Gemini, what is this Capricorn, and what they have inner characteristics, inner their behavior, how it can be described. So I am just going to give that a brief example, but I am not going to discuss only on single Aries. When in my future video I am going to tell in Aries what all things will happen, if it is Aries, and which planet if it is there, what will happen. So like that I am going to discuss in my future videos. Today in a complete 12 houses, what are the significance of character I am going to tell. And one more thing I want to tell that and we know from the chart Aries started from to 12 Pisces, but that is not a standard for everyone, because everyone ascendant is different and zodiac is different. What is ascendant and zodiac? I'll just give you a small example. At the eastern point, eastern horizon, when it sees the sunrise, that angle is nothing but ascendant angle. If the ascendant angle lies between 0 to 30 degrees, so you are Aries ascendant person. If it is ascendant angle between 30 to 60 degrees, you are Taurus ascendant person. If it is 60 to 90, you are Gemini ascendant person. So same like that, ascendant will be changing every day for 2 hours one house. Means every 2 hours it will change from one house to another house. So it take 2 hours to complete 30 degrees. So 4 minutes for 1 degree of movement of ascendant. So again what is zodiac? Zodiac is nothing but at the time of your birth where the moon is. If moon is at 190 degree, it is a Scorpio, so you will be a Scorpio zodiac person. But at ascendant can be a Scorpio, or it can be different. Ascendant is different and the zodiac is different. Zodiac means where the moon is there. So that is your reference point to see transit. What is transit means? At present where are the planets? So when for example at present the planets are in different angles. So how you will count that houses, which maybe assume Aries has a sun and you are a Scorpio zodiac person. So from Scorpio you have to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 house is a Aries. So Aries is in 6th house and the sun is in Aries, so sun is in 6th house. Like that you will count from reference point. That reference point is zodiac and ascendant. Ascendant is the eastern horizon, when it sees the sunrise, that angle is nothing but ascendant angle. That will be changing for every 2 hours one house. So moon is one more reference point, where when at the time of birth where the moon is. If moon is some angle, for example 45 degree, you are a Taurus zodiac person. And again this moon has a reference to check the transit, and again you can check for a birth chart also for few things about our mind activity, because moon governs the mind. Like that. So we have n number of calculation, n number of countings in this involves, but everything you have a reference point. So the reference point is nothing but an ascendant and a moon. So from this I'm going to start telling about zodiacs. What are these 12 zodiacs? That is, 12 zodiacs are nothing about manifestation of Lord Vishnu, because Lord Vishnu is a supreme energy and is a time personified, means he's a Kala Purusha. We are living, means he is immortal, we are mortal. So like that, his supreme energy have a lot of effect for us also, because we are all living in some sort of supreme energy. That energy is nothing but Lord Vishnu's manifestation. What it means that even these all zodiac are nothing but the part of limbs of the Vishnu. Aries is his head, because for a Vishnu we are taking a reference from the Aries only. So for Vishnu, Aries is a ascendant, so Aries is a head, and Taurus is a face. It will come like body part from up to down, from 1 to 12. So one first house Aries is a head for Vishnu, and the second is a Taurus for her face, and third is Gemini for arms, and Cancer is for heart, and again Leo for stomach, and Libra for below navel. You can see in this image Libra for below navel, Scorpio for private parts, and Sagittarius for thighs, and Capricorn for knees, and Aquarius for ankles, and Pisces for feet. Like this, this is the Lord Vishnu's body has been manifestation of different zodiac. Same thing your for us also we have. For example, if it is your Capricorn ascendant, that is your first house and that is your head. If you have a favorable planet in that house, your head is immune to danger. For example, you take one more example. If you are a Scorpio ascendant and Rahu there is not effective, he will be debilitated. Debilitated means he is weak there. So that time if Rahu is in your first house for Scorpio ascendant, you will have a scar or something in your head, or some disease in your head, or at his dasha period there is a chances of getting a damage to your head. So like that, even planet placement in that house and that body part have effect. That effect and all we'll discuss later, but you need to understand which body part lies from your zodiacs. Your first house is a head, second house is a face, and third house is a arm, and fourth is a soma. So like that you can see for a Capricorn ascendant in this shown image. So you will understand this is your body part for your ascendant. So like that I'm going to discuss the second point. First point is body part for your zodiac. And really if you are a second house face, it is not only depend on your face how it looks. If a favorable planet Venus is there, you really look beautiful. Not only that, your speech also will be good if you have second house Mercury, and if you have a Jupiter, your face is really beautiful eyes, big eyes. Like that you have planets also depend on houses on that body part. If the planets are favorable for that house, that body part is very good and it is immune to danger. If the malefic planet is in again malefic house, like example Saturn is very strong in 3rd, 6th and 10 Upachaya houses. Those every houses I'll discuss later. If they are in that, the Saturn doesn't give any effect. If he is in not a favorable places, like if he is in 4th house or 5th house, then for that body part you have a problem in his dasha period. Or else at the time of transit, if he looks that house, means that's aspect. So aspect, because Saturn aspect 3, 7 and again 10, like that. So each house aspect some houses when the planet is present. Jupiter aspects 5th house and 7th house. So like that you have some planet, it will see some houses. So for that you need to understand two things. One is trine and angle in zodiac system. What is the trine and what is the angle? First I'm going to tell you angle. Angle is nothing but it's a 90 degree. You can check it is angle is like 90 degree. It's having a rectangle. So rectangle is nothing but 1, 4, 7 and 10. From any house you count, first, that is the first house. From 4th house to that it has a straight 90 degree line. From 4th to 7th it has one more 90 degree line. From 7 to 10 and 10 to again 1. That involves an angle. For example, you take Aries. And if you check the what is a trine is nothing but 159. It's a triangle. Trine is nothing but triangle. That's a triangle we are short form as a trine we call, and angle is as a rectangle we call it as an angle. So angle and trine are important to check the aspect of one house aspecting another house, which house can see another house, like that. It has a deep meaning, you will understand later, but now I am going to discuss only about character. So that is really important. You need to know angle and trine. First I have discussed in zodiac is what are your body parts from your reference point as ascendant, what is your body part. Second one, I have told you what is angle and trine. Angle is nothing but 1, 4, 7, 10 from any house, and trine is a triangle, 3 points, 1, 5, 9 is a trine. So this is what I completed in two concepts. The third concept is really important to understand how stable, how movable you are. Each planet has some inner character like movable, fixed and dual. Movable, ruled by the Lord Brahma, the creator of the world, and again fixed is ruled by Lord Shiva, is stable, and again dual is sometimes stable and sometimes movable, and the rod is ruled by Vishnu. Vishnu sustains it. So the Brahma, Shiva and the Vishnu are the trinity of God in Hindu mythology. Those nothing but Brahma creates the world and Shiva destroys the negative energy and Vishnu sustains it. So this beliefs like that in zodiac also have these things. Aries and its angle are movable. For example, Aries and its fourth house is nothing but Cancer. So Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn are movable sign. They people are used to be dynamic. They always want to move from one place to another. Even they like work which is not sitting in one place. They like a dynamic work, and anything task they take, they wanted to move from one place to another. These people usually go trips, everything, only these people. And if you go to fixed sign, that's are nothing but Taurus and its angle. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius are the fixed sign. So these people used to be stable. They want to be settled in a single place, and they need to work on a single sitting place. Only few times they can move. And if you see a dual sign, which is Gemini, Virgo and Sagittarius and Pisces, these are a dual sign, and these people will be stable sometime and they will be dynamic sometimes, like that. They have dual, they need to sustain it. So sometimes they will be in a simple place, sometimes they will be movable, like that. Depending on each time, depending on their mood, they will be changing their character. That's one thing in a dual sign. So this is my third point of zodiac. First I have told you which are the body parts and trine and angles, and which are movable, fixed and dual. These are really important to know. Yeah, my fourth point I am going to discuss, very important, that the key five elements which universe has been created. We all know that fire, air, earth, water and ether are the main five elements. If you see any material, and these five substances will be present in that. By definition, if I want to say astrologically, fire is nothing but it can transform something. It's a substance that can give a transformation. If you heat a water, it will become steam, like that. It can give a transformation. If you see a water as a substance, it's a flexible. It can fit into any shape. That's the definition. You can remember later why I'm saying this. If you see air as a substance, it is in varying in state, and if you see earth, it is stable, it is a constant, a solid state it is. And if you see ether is nothing but a sky, it present everywhere. So like that, each zodiac has the honor for this five key elements. Every action, every thought, every emotion in the universe has these five key elements. So those key elements are nothing but the ruler of the zodiac. For example, if you take Aries is ruled for fire. And why it is fire means Aries Lord is nothing but the Aries house. So for that house there should be one lordship. The Lord is nothing but a Mars, and Mars is also a planet which is signifies a fire, and again Sun is also signifies a fire. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius shows fiery sign. You can see in this image how I am showing you. Aries, Leo and Sagittarius is a fiery sign. Similarly, Taurus and Virgo and next Capricorn is a earthy sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is earthy sign. Again, Gemini and Libra and Aquarius are Aries sign. Again, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces are watery sign. And again, these planets has a directions also. You can say fiery are east, and earthy are south, and airy are west, and watery are north. This direction are important to know at some point where you have to move. which direction is favorable for you to move and which direction is favorable for you to stay. So like that, this direction also gives you a lot of energy in yourself. If that planet is a fiery sign and it is in a fiery house, and if you are in that direction, for example fiery east direction, you will be very favorable from that planet. So the planet blessing will be there. Even the planet is weak in any house, if you count, some planet are weak in second house, some planet are strong in third house. So like that, if the planet is weak from the number of house, and if you say every direction and every state things are correct, it will give you a blessing. Always planets want to give you blessing, but only thing, some circumstance will avoid that. You have to overcome that circumstance. That is nothing but staying in that direction, sleeping in the head, you're keeping your head on that direction. If your first house, that body part, so all this have to be have a matching everything. So I'm telling a example of this fiery, earth, water, air. Suppose a person remembers which he learned 10 years back. It shows earthy skill. It is a stable, it's a solid state. That's why memory is in very solid state. He remembers. And for example, if a poet imagines a nice poem, it appeals to an aesthetic sense. It means it's a beauty. It can capture any shape like that. It shows a water skill. Suppose one person is in bad mood and wandering in thoughts. So he always want to be doubt in his thoughts, means that's airy sign. It's a varying in state. Like that, you have a planets you have a zodiac, and that ruling the some substance, and that substance has the character for you also, depending on substance character only. And ether, sky is present everywhere. Every house has a ether in zodiac also. And one more thing I'm giving example is that in a birth chart, fifth house shows one emotional nature. If fifth house lies in a fiery sign, he will be like aggressive, determined, fire and arrogant. If it is lies in a watery sign, he will be creative in thinking. He has a good imaginative power. And if it is in airy sign, he will be wandering in his thoughts. And if it is in earthy, he will be stable, logical. Is be stable. How heart is stable, like that person will be stable in his emotional. If his fifth house is in earthy sign, so like that, these five elements has every thought and every emotion and every action in the universe. And again, these are also, this is my fourth point, which is covered on zodiac, which key five elements which are they signify. So these five elements also have one more point for the zodiac, that is nothing but it's a class or varna or caste or working culture, you can say, which are nothing but this watery sign are nothing but brahmanas, also called scholars. They usually pursue knowledge and work as a priest, as a ministers, like that. The character is themselves like that. And which are the signs. Watery sign are nothing but Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces are watery signs. So these planets have a character becoming a brahmanas or scholars, which they pursue knowledge. They always want to gain more knowledge, like that. If you see Kshatriyas, fiery sign is nothing but Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. These people are Kshatriyas, like warriors, fiery sign warriors. They work as a king, army chiefs, police, lawyers, like that. They're passionate about that. Warriors, Kshatriyas. And next is Aries sign. Aries sign is nothing but Sudras. Sudras means the workers. They take a menial task. Menial task means they are no skills much, not skill, no skill required. Those kind of work, and less prestige work, Sudras. One of the fourth caste, we say. So those people, the Aries sign people, they work like that. They usually, if you say Aries, doubt in their thoughts, they're confused, they're wandering in mind, those people definitely work on this condition. And those sign, Aries sign people. One more is earthy sign. They are traders, Vaishyas we call in Sanskrit, traders. And these people will be like a sales in earthy sign. They use Vaishyas. They usually want to sell and traders. Like that, you have each zodiac some behavior, and these are the important 5 elements I told you, and a class of their zodiac I told you, and one more last important concept that every zodiac has 3 gunas, also called trigunas. What are these 3 gunas? Are sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva guna, the quality 1 makes truthfulness and purity, and if you see rajas, the quality 1 makes energetic and passionate, and tamas 1 make depraved person, quality that makes a depraved person, he is in darkness. So these 3 has a these 3 involves in some zodiacs. That zodiacs are nothing but, you can see in this image, Sattvic are nothing but Cancer, Leo and Pisces and Sagittarius, and the owner of that house also Moon, Sun and Jupiter. Those planets are really leader of the planets, you can say. So I'm not going to discuss planets, just on the houses only you concentrate. So Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius and Pisces involve Sattva's nature, Sattvic nature. Means the quality 1 gives you truthfulness and purity, and Rajasic is nothing but passionate and energetic. That's lies for Aries, Taurus and Libra and Scorpio, these signs. And one more, Tamasic, which is a depraved person. It's nothing but Gemini, Virgo and Capricorn and Aquarius. And later when I say which are the owner for these houses, lordship of these houses, you can relate. Like example, it involves Mercury and Saturn for Tamasic zodiac. Tamasic Gemini, Virgo and Capricorn, Aquarius. These rulers are Mercury and Saturn. Even if you see their character also, they belongs to not a male planets or female planets. So like that, these people will be like depraved person. Now I think you have understood what is Sattvic and Rajasic and Tamasic nature. I'll just give you a small example to know it is better. Assume there is a saint staying in a small hermitage, and a nearby forest. One person came and abused him and make a fun of a saint without any reason, and after knowing this, the king punishes him, that person, and also the saint tells king not to punish him, but still king punishes him. Now you apply this rule, this concept, Sattvic. A saint shows that purity and truthfulness, that he doesn't bother or he doesn't worry about the petty things what he get abused by another person. And the abused person is nothing but he is living in a darkness. No one will simply abuse a saint. So it shows that he is depraved and he is living in darkness. So he will be simply abusing him. And after knowing this, king punishes him. Still he ignores the saint, telling that forgive him, because king is energetic and passionate. That shows the Rajasic nature, and Tamasic nature is that man who simply abused him. So that is how your character will be depending on your planets. Now you have understood what are Sattvic and what are Rajasic and Tamasic. You know, Tamasic people only they can abuse this saint. No one can do it because they are depraved and they are in darkness. They don't know how to do. Same thing happen for yourself also. For example, you take your Sagittarius ascendant person, that is a Sattvic person, and what happened? Any planet is there, and that planet is a Tamasic planet. For example, Saturn and Mercury are a ruler for Tamasic houses, and the planet also have that character, and that planet is in Sattvic and Tamasic are both together, and your character will be like you are in darkness, but you have a purity of heart. You can't do any harm for anyone, and someone is harming you. How to avoid your situation? And Sagittarius owner is Jupiter. That time it's easy if you take a blessing from a gurus, like people, your father, mother or guru. If you just take their blessing, definitely that Jupiter planet will give you a blessing, and whatever Tamasic effect is there for Sagittarius, it will be neglected, it will be negligible. So like that, you can improve your blessings from the planets, and you can increase your prosperity, everything from this astro science mind therapy. And even mind also will be in like your mind is Sattvic. You can see everything is darkness. It's not like you're in darkness, but inside brain it has that feeling. Inner quality is Sattvic, and outer it is covered by darkness. You can't relieve your Sattvic energy. You want to relieve your Sattvic energy, like you want to on your light, or you want to show your brightness. That time you need a blessing from planet of Sattva. That is nothing but you need to have that planet ruled by, so Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. You need Jupiter means there are few prayer for Jupiter. You can pray that prayer, or a simple way to take blessing from the guru's people. Jupiter is a ruler for gurus. So like that, and you can do those things on only Thursday. That is very beneficial. On Thursday you have much energy compared to others day. On others day you can become little less only in your energy. No need to show your darkness to everyone like that. If you understand this video and if you understand astrology in coming video, definitely you can involve it in your character and you can really get your brightness from yourself. This is what I want to help you. So same thing, there are many things in zodiac, but these are really important, and that much is enough. Like, if you like, please subscribe this channel and definitely make yourself a better person, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Good luck.